And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Raider Dome, where tonight Jackson Academy welcomes into the Raider Dome the Lamar School Raiders and Lady Raiders. And good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Eubank, joined by my good friend Tommy Barnett. And, oh, it's good to be back inside the Raider Dome, TB.
It is, man. I took a quick trip to Cleveland, Mississippi this weekend and watched both teams. Well, actually, all four teams. Pretty convincing wins, and nice to be back in the home confines.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that I missed it because that means we missed seeing Molly Blair. So hopefully, well, we got to fix something here. You talk for a minute, and we'll get back to this. I got to fix that camera.
Yeah, it was good to see Molly Blair, former Jay Raider here, played for Jan and had coaching stints at Jackson Prep and Mag Heights and now at Bio Academy in Cleveland, Mississippi. I actually got to go take her out to eat. The Barnetts took her out to eat after the game Saturday evening. Spent some time with her, and always good to see old number 21.
Oh, man, that was the hardest part about agreeing to stay home on Saturday and try to get some rest and recover for this week of what all it entails with now, of course, the Jackson Academy Raiders in the state championship game. Hadn't been able to say that for 7 years. And hadn't been able to say it for 9 years since they've won it all in 2011. So everybody hoping and believing, that has been the big key word these last few weeks, especially this last 7 days.
Yeah.
Of just believing in themselves, and what they pulled off last Friday night goes down in the Raider history books as one of the most incredible comeback wins, right up there with the trailing 21-0 at the half game when Tom Luke went into the locker room, banged his head against the locker, blood pouring down, and said, "Who's with me?" They come storming out of the locker room down 21 at the half. Tie the game, win it in overtime, 24-20, just an unbelievable game. So reminiscent of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I was leaving, the campus Flowwood the other night was as a game that came to mind. And, just kudos to the guys for just never quitting.
Starting five remains the same for Jackson Academy's girls. Natalie Thompson, McKenna Smith, Emily Thompson, Demi Williamson, and Emma Roberts. For the Lamar School Lady Raiders, Erica Smith, Reese Schaefer, Wyatt Davidson, Lydia Hutcherson, and Talia Anderson are the five that will start on the floor. They're missing Sarah Dudley Reed, who's at home, their second leading scorer and their leading rebounder. Her dad and brother both have COVID, and so she by default has to stay at home for until she gets that 5 days clearance, of course, with the negative test. So our thoughts and prayers with that young lady and anyone else obviously dealing with that here at this time. So already up against it were the Lamar Lady Raiders. Now you take out your second leading scorer and things get even tougher.
And you're facing a team that's playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah, they have not looked bad yet, other than as far as overall. They've
had
some
stretches,
bad quarters,
yeah.
yes, but they've managed a perfect start to the season of 6-0 already. And the Lady Raiders of Lamar are going to be the first that get the shot off and a ball out of bounds, they say. So Jackson Academy will hold on, or get possession, rather. "20 seconds into the opening frame. Jackson Academy's first possession now, and they're all white uniforms with Raider blue trimmed in Carolina blue. And, of course, all whites pretty much everywhere else. McKenna Smith, left wing three off mark, but rebounded by Emily Thompson. Reset up top to Natalie. Inside to Demi. An inside-out game working well right now for JA on the passing game. What defense is Lamar throwing at them?
Yeah, no surprise, 2-3 zone. And that's one thing that Jay's going to face a lot. As they go trying to struggle. Of course, nice penetration right there by Emily Thompson to crack the scoring tonight, 2-0 JA.
Made that look real easy, even though it was very difficult, falling off balance. And now a steal by JA. And a near basket. Demi underneath, no good. Reese Schaefer bumped out of bounds. She just actually did travel out of bounds, and an early timeout called by Lamar School. And that's what Coach Sojourner always talks about, TB, is getting that first timeout, and she gets it here.
That's right. And of course, once again, great defense to start the game by Jay. Of course, Jan flying solo tonight.
Yeah, the JV squads were quarantined. There was one individual who came down with COVID, and because they were all together on the bus and whatnot, they had to quarantine both girls and boys teams today, so those games were canceled. And the great news is it's Thanksgiving, and they don't have any games over the holiday break, so all they'll miss is a little bit of practice. If they can get back after those 5 days with negative tests by a lot of those players, they'll come back, both boys and girls, and be able to, and of course, guess Jesse Taylor also at the house tonight too. So thoughts and prayers with all those folks dealing with the inconvenience of having to be out. And hopefully you're enjoying things here on the Raider Network and also on our radio affiliate, 102.5 FM, WTWZ, The Tradition. Our friend Terry Wood pushing those buttons back at the radio station for us here this evening. Usually you see a timeout when it's like an 8 or a 9-0 run, but when you're surprised to see as Natalie splashes home the first 3 of the game from a McKenna Smith pass, you surprised to see a timeout that early?
I was. Of course, you know, the lack of really getting anything started offensively on 3 possessions, I'm sure that was frustrating for coach.
6:11 to play, and a big thanks to Coach Jalen Robinson, who's running our camera tonight. He is the assistant boys and girls soccer coach here at JA and offered up his services, and we gladly accepted that opportunity because most of our camera operators are getting rested up for this weekend, as it will be a 6-game and 3-day marathon for everyone involved, both announcers, operators of cameras, engineers of audio and replay and all that good stuff. So we'll see how that goes this weekend. Nice rebound by Demise. She kicks it back out to Emma, who then fires it around the wing and all the way to the corner to Emily Thompson. 2 minutes in, Thompson looking for the second straight bucket, and she's got it for JA.
Yeah, and a nice job right there by Demise, just sealing off the block to allow Emily to get as deep into the paint as she could for easy layup.
And now another near steal. No, it is knocked out of bounds, though. Jay will force another Lamar turnover, their 5th already of the game, TB.
Yeah, just that full court pressure. Seems like the deeper we get into the season, the more we see it, or I should say the earlier we're seeing it come out.
Smith, quick pass right back to Roberts. Now she'll give it back to McKenna, and in the corner to Emily Thompson. 2:20 gone by in the first period. JA a full touchdown advantage over Lamar, 7-0, even with the extra point. Now back it goes to Emma, across the court to McKenna. McKenna, quick hesitation, ball dribble to the baseline, and she lost the handle. Scooped all the way back out by Emily Thompson and saved nicely. Top of the key 3, and it's good again. Natalie's got a pair of splash downs. 10-0 JA. They got the field goal to boot now. A 2-score advantage. There's a travel violation on Reese Schaefer. .508 to go. And here comes Nene Ellis, who got her first action in Cleveland. And I got to talk to that young lady, and she said, it wasn't that great. I said, you literally were playing your first game. I don't know what you were expecting, but anyway, so she'll have plenty of time to get caught up to everybody and get those basketball legs underneath her. Emily Thompson knew where McKenna was, got it out to her, and how about a third straight 3? No. And the rebound collected by Natalie Thompson. Now Emily fights through some pressure, goes baseline, throws it to Nene, who goes right into the paint and will go to the line and shoot 2. First foul of the game, charged to Erica Smith of Lamar. Don't forget you can follow live stats at goraiders.org. We also have a link at our Twitter feed, JA Raider Sports, and you can find those there so you can always follow along. If for some reason you can't watch things, it's actually kind of fun watching the live stats go by. And if you're stat geeks like Tommy and I, it's really fun. Sometimes we get to watch the action.
That's right.
JA now 11-0 advantage. Lamar just struggling to get the ball across the floor. Davidson throws it into the middle and throws it away. Right to Emily Thompson, who leads a little too far to Emma Roberts, and there's Jay's first turnover of the game.
Yeah, and that was the right thought right there by Emily after he got the turnover at midcourt. Just a little bit too much on it.
Reese Schaefer on the baseline to our right, throwing it in. In the middle, and knocked away by JA, but it will stay Lamar school ball. And we're not going to be able to say mascots a whole lot tonight because it's the Raiders and the Lady Raiders for both. So we don't want to confuse anybody. It is tonight just JA and Lamar as McKenna Smith picks up the first JA foul. at the 4:28 mark. Should be a game that we already are seeing here at this point, Tommy, 11-0, a chance to really get a lot of youngsters once again. And you looked at that schedule. We talked about at the beginning of the season how favorable it was for JA, and going to get a lot of activity for all of their players here this year early.
You're exactly right, Brian, and that's the thing. It's after you got past Pillow, you got a hoop and a horn right here by Natalie Thompson. But once you got past that Pillow game, I mean, until you get to conference play, there's not a whole lot of obstacles there.
You know, Columbia used to be an obstacle, but they've graduated most of their
That's right.
talent, and Bowling Green is not what they used to be, and it just JA is very good this year.
Yes.
And they lead 14-0. Boys action will follow. Scheduled for about a 7:30 start, but at the rate we're going, this may start around 7:15. Just hanging there with us as Lamar gets first look at the basket since the first possession, and actually an offensive rebound. So look at another opportunity in the corner, and it's Erica Smith for three, no good. Rebound by Hutcherson, no good on her putback. And Emma Roberts with the rebound for JA. So at least getting some shots off now as Emma Roberts fires a three from Natalie Thompson's favorite spot on the floor. And a good defensive rebound, but stolen away by Emily Thompson.
Yeah, this is a team that came out on fire from the arc Saturday afternoon in Cleveland. I think 12 first quarter points and all 12 baskets, or all 12 points, were a result of a made three.
Gracie Coe in for Jackson Academy. 3:32 to go, and there is one more challenge on the floor that was just thrown our way. Leak Academy, December 5th.
Yes.
That is not going to be an easy walk in the park. First steal, almost turned into the first basket there, but taken in by Emma Roberts, quickly up the floor and in the hands of Nene. She gets blocked underneath. Second block of the game for Lydia Hutcherson. Now she looks to score. And just off target, rebound by Ellis.
Yeah, I forgot who Leak played the other night, but they dropped 90 on somebody the other night.
And remember, they took it to Pillow, and there's a nice ball movement basket by JA in the paint on the pass from Coe, and the bucket from Nene Ellis. Her first points now of the year, 3 of them now. After Nene played 9 minutes and went scoreless in her debut on Saturday at Bayou. Nice block by McKenna Smith. Stop and fire down low for Ellis again. She gets room and draws another foul. She's not scared to go to the basket.
Not afraid of contact.
I believe Schaefer, nope, correction, they gave that to Davidson. And Ellis will go to the line as JA has scored the first 16 points of this one. Nene will fire up the first one. And it is no good. One more to go. Elena Roberts and Ava Cooey come in for Emma Roberts and McKenna Smith. As Nene will shoot one more. JA from the line this year, just 47%.
That's the number you want to see. Go north.
It is not going to go north on those 2 tries. And now we have a foul from Elena Roberts at the 2:18 mark. I'm Brian Eubank, joined by Tommy Barnett live here in the Raider Dome. And actually, our good friend Josh Dorman is behind us with his son, Joey. They're watching some of the action. My favorite thing that he told me, he said Joey filled out what he thought wins and losses would be already on the JA schedule, downloaded it, and took it and writes all the results. There's the first basket. Nicely done by Wyatt Davidson. Coe picks up the foul. And but he also, every time there's a decision, he goes in and actually writes the scores and everything on there. So he's big time involved already as a Raider.
Love to see it.
2 minutes to play in the first period. JA 16 and Lamar School 2. Elena Roberts, Natalie Thompson, Gracie Coe gets blocked underneath. And guess who again? Hutcherson. She's been busy. There's the third three by Natalie Thompson. Finally finds the range again, and she's got 12, and it's 19-2, and another timeout on the floor by Lamar School. We'll take it with them here on the Raider Network.
You want to bring the heat? Prove it. With carbs to help fuel muscles. And electrolytes to help replace what you lose in sweat. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Welcome back to the Raider Dome. I'm Brian Eubank, joined courtside by Tommy Barnett, and a cast of at least 50 here in the Raider Dome as vouchers and attendance regulations and every other thing that manages to make attendance an issue is coming to play as always here tonight. 1:30 to go. My favorite thing, of course, for those of you who don't know, Josh Dorman was the former head basketball coach at Presbyterian Christian School. And right now, he's right behind us, and I just heard his son talk about a flex cut. Well, look, folks, if he already knows what a flex cut is at the age of, what is he, 4th grade, 5th grade?
I think it's 5th grade.
5th grade, that's right, the state champions. 5th graders, I was not ready for that. That's fantastic. 1:19 to play. He's back there coaching his son already, or teaching his son how to coach. A drive. And that shot just off target, but another putback opportunity by Hutcherson. And then finally, Emma Roberts comes out of there with it. I mean, Elena, sorry. I knew I'd do that eventually. Natalie Thompson fouled on her drive to the basket. That'll be the second on Wyatt Davidson. 60 seconds remaining in the first period. Entry pass, Demi. Tough angle. Great rebound by Elena. Gives it up to Coe, and Gracie can't quite get it to go. And then Demi Williamson gets tied up, and it'll go back over to, or maybe they were pausing for an injury here.
Yeah, Hutcherson is down.
And they didn't want anybody to collide into her, and that, for a team that already is without their second leading scorer and a girl in Hutcherson who has quite a number of blocks already in this game. That'd be another tough loss. We'll take we'll go ahead.
Is she the sister of the quarterback that said all the...
Oh, you know what? Or was he Hutchinson? I think he was Hutchinson, not Hutcherson. I believe so. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back with more live here from the Raider Dome.
Just 3 seconds left in the game, and the Raiders trail by 5. The ball resting at the 40-yard line as the signal caller sets the line down. And Annie is now checked into the game at wideout. He barks out the signals and now looks Annie's way. She gives him back a nod, and Annie takes off down the sideline. He sees her breaking free from her defender. He sends it all the way down to the end zone. Annie is there. Annie leaps up into the air.
Wake up, Annie. Time for work. Environment Masters. Hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Welcome back as Hutcherson is helped off the floor. Reese Schaefer back into the contest for Lamar School. And they actually did call a jump ball because Lamar had the ball and then they thrown it away. .50 seconds left still as Natalie Thompson then almost struggled to get it in 5 seconds. It's Coe, Cooey, Elena Roberts, and Natalie Thompson along with Williamson for JA. Smith, Schaefer, Davidson, Swift, and Anderson out there for Lamar School. Looks like Jay might be holding for the final shot here, Tommy.
Yeah, it looks like they are definitely trying to set up something against this zone.
Natalie drives, goes for the little scoop lay-in. Won't get anywhere close to the basket, but she draws some contact from Talia Anderson, enough to give her a chance at 2 free throws. Natalie already 12 Lady Raider points. Make it a baker's dozen. How about 14?
Well, 14 in the first quarter.
Of the 21.
Yeah.
Stout. Driving is Sarah Pierce-Swift. Almost lost the handle, able to retain it and get it ahead to Smith, who lost it. And then tied up and turned over on the jump ball arrow by Elena Roberts. 16 seconds left. Wow, Hutcherson back in. Boy, she really limped off. So good to see. Might have gotten retaped or just able to catch her breath. Either way, good to see her back on the floor. 12 seconds. Down to 10 now as Cooey swings it around the horn via Elena Roberts. Now sets a screen for her, and Elena didn't quite keep the pivot foot still, according to the near side official, and a turnover by JA. Only their third so far of the game. 3.9 ticks to go. Entry pass stolen away by Thompson, and quick release here by Coe. Won't go. Boy, Natalie Thompson had herself a quarter, folks.
Sure did.
And JA is off and running, 21-2, leading after 8 minutes of play.
Every one of us is an inspiration to someone. For it is true, it is not what we take, but what we leave behind. So always remember, someone is looking up to you.
Welcome back to the Raider Dome. I'm Brian Eubank. He's Tommy B, and he'll carry you through some stats before we start the second.
Yeah, Brian J, 7 of 19 from the floor, 37%. 3 of 7 from three-point range for 43%. 4 of 7 from the free throw line for 57%. Lamar School 1 of 11 from the floor for 9%. 0 of 1 from three-point range. 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Turnovers already Lamar with 12, Jay with 3. Points off turnovers, Jay 16. Rebounding pretty even. And just individual stats, of course, story of the night, Natalie Thompson already with 14 points on 4 of 6 shooting and 3 of 4 from the three-point line.
She was about to get her first block of the day. Instead, she'll get her first foul of the game, and JA will send Lamar School to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And it will be Wyatt Davidson, who's got the only 2 points so far for Lamar. One more to go. Second one is no good, and a strong defensive rebound by Nene. Ahead she goes to McKenna Smith. McKenna then turns it over. Wow, that was a nice steal by Sarah Pierce-Swift. And then stolen back by Natalie Thompson, because that young lady just knows nothing. She's a stat stuffer tonight, folks. Smart play there by McKenna Smith, slowing things down, getting it regathered for a Natalie Thompson triple.
Bang.
She's got 4. She's 1 away from joining the ranks of 5 threes in a game. And we're just barely in the first half. Oh, nice little full court breakout here by Lamar, but then they turn it over. A little too much thought there. McKenna says, I want to try my hand at it. It's not as kind as it is for Natalie right now. And Emma Roberts will fire a 3. And
Why not?
She connects.
Rain of threes in the Raider Dome tonight.
5 out of 10 for the Lady Raiders of JA from distance. And another steal and a tap pass over to Nene. And they let that contact go just because of where we are, I think, in the game. Jump ball arrow stays with JA.
Yeah, I love the no call there. Let them play.
Talia Anderson comes off. Erica Smith comes on for Lamar. In the corner, McKenna for three. And it rattles home, literally. 6 of 11 now is J.A.
Impressive. I mean, it's an undermanned opponent, no doubt, but 6 of 11 from three-point
I was
range.
about to say, you still got to make shots. I mean, just because they're undermanned, obviously some of them are not as contested as they could be, as J.A. gives up the offensive rebound and put back by Lydia Hutcherson. Good to see her get involved in the mix. McKenna feeds inside to Nene. She
Walk.
took a little bunny hop and traveled with it to turn it over for the only 5th time by J.A. Boys action again will follow this one. Lady Raiders came into the night averaging 47.7 points a game and giving up only 20.8 a game. That's a staggering stat. Steal by Nene. Ahead it goes to Emma. Back to Emily. Now to Nat. Can she get the tying mark? Doesn't get an opportunity there.
She seemed to like that spot at the top of the key.
Yeah, she does. Swing a high pass that McKenna somehow secures, and Tommy doesn't have to worry about gathering in. Drive and a nice head fake by McKenna, but too much contact there. And then a turnover on the rebound. Natalie to McKenna again. Now to Emily in the paint. Emily
Nice
steps
step
through the
through.
defense and scores the easy lay-in.
Great basketball move.
Now what's going to happen here to Natalie Thompson is she's going to run out of opportunities here because they're up 32-4, so you're not going to see a whole lot of action if you're Natalie. If you don't get that 5th one here in the first half, you're not going to see a second half opportunity come your way. So she's going to have to get a shot off here soon as she goes down defensively, but the backside of the defense here for Jay helps out and knocks it out. There comes Lainey Roberts. Out will go the aforementioned Natalie Thompson. I'm not sure she came out yet. If she did, it was brief.
I know she played all 8 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she had played all 3.5 of this one. There's a nice jumper by Erica Smith. McKenna Smith, Emma Roberts, Emily Thompson, Nene Ellis, and now Lainey Roberts. No relation on the floor now for JA. And just a reminder, football coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But if you're a JA fan, the most important day in JA football history in a long time, in 7 years, and it will be at Veterans Stadium, 1:15 kickoff, and it will be right on the MAIS network, featured there, as JA takes on MRA.
For the first time all year, as many JA people want to go, they
You
can.
go. There's no attendance regulation because it's at Veterans, which is a 60,000 seat venue, which means half is 30,000. I can do that math all day long. And so if we have 30,000 fans in there, then that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be incredible.
Don't see that happening, but you know, you never know. Another steal by the Lamar Lady Raiders, rather. Other than that game, I think the one I'm most looking forward to see is seeing if Leak Academy can close the door on a perfect season.
Yep.
We kind of had been cheering for them ever since that loss that Jay took, as Emma Roberts gets a chance at free throws. Just the way they just kept winning, and now they've reeled off a perfect season, and we'll have a chance to cap it off on Thursday night to open up the MAIS championships. After the one, it'd be the first 11-man game after the 8-man championship at 3 o'clock in the 2A ranks to start on Thursday.
Manchester team looks like a machine.
Yeah, they're not going to get beat, I don't believe.
I don't either.
And Riverfield looks really good. I mean, there's some really good teams coming back looking for multiple titles, MRA, those other two we mentioned already. So don't be surprised if you see some back-to-back titles this weekend one. Ava Cooey out, Ava Cooey in, Emma Roberts out. 34-6 your score now.
Yeah, kind of odd not to see the Fighting Irish of St. Joe here, man.
Almost sent an text message to my friend John Baker up there and just to say, man, we're going to miss you guys. So it is what it is. You can't
That's
keep,
right.
you can always win. And they had their winning streak. You know, they won 2 straight undefeated
That's right.
seasons, and so they had the longest winning streak in the state at one point, but had that, was it week 3 or 4 they lost that, I think, somewhere. And so anyway, it is, oh boy, here we go. A little activity at the table. Good news. It's going to stay JA basketball.
So I guess MRA has the longest streak right now.
Yep.
19 games?
19, yep. And it might be 20 because there's a game against Philadelphia that the MAIS actually counted in their record as 12-0, and we reached out to MRA today and told them about it, and they said, well, then we'll count it. They had not had it initially on their records, and so now they may have gone back, and they're going to be 12-0 now instead of 11-0 going into the championship game. Nice steal in the corner by Hutcherson. Now Schaefer lost it, and it'll be a steal by Elena Roberts, and then a foul by Schaefer. Jackson Academy will step to the free throw line to shoot 1.
And the bonus.
Checking out is Erica Smith with those 3 fouls. Blake Hart. And that's, nope, Smith does not have 3, sorry. That is Schaefer that has 3. Although I only have her with 2. There's no surprise when Eubank gets the fouls wrong. It's one thing that I struggle with the most is fouls. But they also could have entered it wrong over there. Just saying.
Always a possibility.
Free throw number 2 is good by Elena. The lead is 30 now for JA. Last game before next Monday and Thanksgiving, as JA will be in the Brookhaven Basketball Classic. They will take on Columbia Academy bright and early, 10:45 in the morning on Monday of next week. Is Coe's jumper a little strong, but there's Demi Williamson with a rebound, but a travel right after. So they'll play Columbia 10:45. The boys will play at noon on Tuesday. JA will take on Bowling Green again, and that will be at 1:15, I believe, and then a 2:30 boys game. There's a nice move inside for 2 by Erica Smith, and a nice pass by Sarah Pierce Swift. Elena trying to pass it, lost the handle, and then had her shot blocked by Hutcherson, who's had a block party herself tonight. 90 seconds left in the first half. Tough angle. And Ava Cooey almost had that rebound stripped away from her, but she did a good job of boxing out the oncoming opponent. Coe looks inside for Williamson, throws it, a dangerous pass, and Elena Roberts will run into a foul on that one.
Kind of a sloppy last couple minutes.
A little bit. Nene checks back in. 68 seconds left in the first half. We'll have your halftime numbers coming up, so stay with us there. And there's a foul by Gracie Coe. 16 foul by Jay, so no free throws just yet. There's a nice little jumper that'll go. By Wyatt Davidson. She's got 4 now.
Yeah, quick little 4-0 run by Lamar School.
Cooey returns the pass to Roberts, who goes to Nene. Nene takes it right to the rack and is fouled immediately by Hutcherson, which will be her first, perhaps. That's what I have anyway. We'll see. Team's 8th foul, and it is Hutcherson's first. Nene will shoot 2. The first of which is no good. Boy, Jay really, really struggling this year from the free throw line.
Yep.
It's been their one Achilles. Second is good. All you gotta do is talk about it, right? Usually the way it goes. I'd like to welcome those of you watching in Meridian, Mississippi, or the metro area, or wherever you might be watching tonight on the Raider Network at RaiderNetwork.org, or perhaps on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll get alerts every time an event begins that is produced by the Raider Network, even including the MAIS Championship games this weekend on the MAIS Network. But, of course, they're powered by the Raider Network. There's a nice jumper by Swift, and they're starting to find their way now and find some shots are the Lamar Lady Raiders, as Roberts gives it up to Lainey Roberts, back to Elena. She'll fire three, just off target. Rebound by Nene. She goes back up with it, and she got fouled at the buzzer. So Jay will shoot 2 free throws on the foul by Talia Anderson. And it will be, well, nope, they gave it to Hutcherson, I'm sorry. Nene will shoot 2 here. The first one is good, 1 more to go. Nene, after missing her first 3 of her first 4 has made, well, 3 of her last 4. I tried really hard to help her out there. All right, we've reached halftime. Jackson Academy is leading 38-12 here on the Raider Network.
At Jackson Academy, we are a helping hand as you take your first steps toward discovering all that you were made to be. We are a warm welcome each morning, a crowd of encouragers as you face new challenges and celebrate new victories. We are cherished traditions and intelligent advances. The passion to explore every ounce of your potential, to push you to express your unique voice, to question every idea, push past every record, and dare to dream bigger. We are the community that surrounds you, the Alpha and Omega friend, the book buddy, the teacher. We are one campus. We are JA.
Beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountains, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, contact the Meeks Agency.
Dean & Dean Associates Architects. In 2019, the firm proudly celebrated its 70th anniversary with an impressive history of designing award-winning buildings in 31 states across the U.S. Here at home, they are excited about the recent completion of projects such as the Horn Building, Mississippi Premier Plastics, Priority One Bank, Renaissance Phase 2, and they look forward to the soon-to-be-completed Ridgeland City Hall. For leading-edge design and personalized services on your next building project, call Dean & Dean Associates Architects, proud supporters of JA Athletics.
As a division of Ewing and Ray Foundation Services, Poly-Up of Mississippi is in the business of helping customers lift settling driveways, sidewalks, curbs, and gutters. Specializing in both residential and commercial, we are here to help you remove those eyesores, drainage problems, and trip hazards. Our Poly-Up process will repair and lift your concrete sidewalks or driveway to a safe condition for typically half the price of replacement and with no loss of use. Contact us today by visiting our website or giving us a call. We lift concrete with foam.
At Merit Health Medical Group, our mission is to provide high-quality health care in a convenient hometown location. Our team of primary and specialty care providers is here to take care of your family's immediate medical needs. With over 30 clinics and numerous specialties in Central Mississippi, we're here to help you live a happier, healthier life. Merit Health Medical Group. Good health is just around the corner.
Welcome back to the Raider Dome. Halftime score, Jackson Academy 38 and Lamar School 12. Now Tommy will take it through your halftime numbers.
All right, Mr. Eubank. Jay from the field, first half 11 of 29, 38%. 6 of 13 from three-point range for 46%. 10 of 15 from the free throw line for 67%. Lamar School 6 of 21 from the floor for 29%, 0 of 2 from three-point range 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Turnovers, Lamar 19, Jay 10. Points off turnovers, Jay 29, Lamar 4. Rebounds, Jay 21, Lamar 13. Some individual numbers, team high so far tonight for Jay. Of course, Natalie Thompson, 17 points in the first half on 5 of 7 shooting. 4 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 1 rebound and 2 steals in 11 minutes of action. Then you've got twin sister Emily Thompson with 6, McKenna Smith with 3, Emma Roberts with 5. And leading scorer so far tonight for Lamar School, Smith, number 2 with 4 points. And Hutcherson, which is one I've been really impressed with so far first half, 2 points, 6 boards.
How many blocks?
3 blocks and 2 steals.
I mean,
so she's a stat sheet stuffer.
And hurt. I mean, she really looked like she rolled her ankle pretty good or just did something, or maybe she just got the wind knocked out of her. We don't know. But I'm telling you what, for her to get back in there and play the way she did, very, very impressed with that young lady. And she is a senior leader for this team and is showing it why tonight, because they're, again, without Sarah Dudley-Reed, who's just a freshman, by the way, and is their second leading scorer, which tells you the future for Lamar School basketball is very bright.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what the second half holds. It's coming your way next here on the Raider Network as Jay leads 38-12 here at the break.
Bull. Wireless is all bull. The other guys talk about low price plans, but don't tell you got to get 4 lines. Do you have 4 heads? Then you don't need 4 phones. Here's the new C Spire Real Deal plan. Each and every line is 10 gigs, $45 with AutoPay. Yeah, AutoPay could have gone in the fine print, but this is no bull. The real deal. C Spire.
As a division of Ewing and Ray Foundation Services, Poly-Up of Mississippi is in the business of helping customers lift settling driveways, sidewalks, curbs, and gutters. Specializing in both residential and commercial, we are here to help you remove those eyesores, drainage problems, and trip hazards. Our Poly-Up process will repair and lift your concrete sidewalks or driveway to a safe condition for typically half the price of replacement and with no loss of use. Contact us today by visiting our website or giving us a call. We lift concrete with foam.
Every one of us is an inspiration to someone. For it is true, it is not what we take, but what we leave behind. So always remember, someone is looking up to you.
When words alone are not enough, give the gift that shows how much you really care. A diamond from Albritton's. At Albritton's, every diamond is inspected by our gemologist for its color, cut, and clarity. So regardless if you choose a round, oval, or cushion-cut stone, you will always get the best diamond value at Albritton's. Engagements, anniversaries, or just because. Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant since 1920 is Albritton's, your diamond store.
Albritton's Jewelers.
With the My Trustmark mobile app, no matter where you happen to find yourself, there's a world of opportunity. Check your balances from a friend's house. Deposit checks with a smartphone or tablet from the back porch. Or send payments with email or text during a family get-together. Live your life more freely. Make My Trustmark your Trustmark. Get started at trustmark.com.
At Merit Health Medical Group, our mission is to provide high-quality health care in a convenient hometown location. Our team of primary and specialty care providers is here to take care of your family's immediate medical needs. With over 30 clinics and numerous specialties in central Mississippi, we're here to help you live a happier, healthier life. Merit Health Medical Group. Good health is just around the corner.
beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountains, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, contact the Meeks Agency.
Welcome back to the Raider Dome. Many have asked, is the Raider Dome one word or is it two words? It really just depends on who you ask, because I've heard it both. We usually write it as two words.
Yep.
Some have used it as a single word, but around here it's usually one word. So just in case you were wondering, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. All right, starting five back out there for JA. For Lamar, it will be starting five minus, or with one change. And the Lady Raiders of JA have first possession, and we'll see if Natalie will get a crack at this number of three-pointers or not. But with the Lamar run they made, good chance she'll get some more looks here. Lamar got back in the ballgame in that second quarter, scoring 10 after only getting 2 in the first quarter. Good feed inside to Emily Thompson. Looks back out to McKenna. And McKenna gets shut down, has to drive and dish nicely on the low look to Emily Thompson for 2.
Great unselfish play, too.
5th assist for McKenna Smith tonight. And that young lady knows how to pour them in, but also when the shot doesn't fall, knows how to get others involved too. She's only attempted 4 shots, and she's 1 of 4 tonight from the field, along with 2 rebounds and 5 assists for McKenna. And she is the funniest human being just about you'll ever run into. A nice steal by Emma Roberts. It looked like it was going to be a tie-up, but she just kept pulling and got the ball away from her, and she takes it straight down the lane and scores 2.
Yeah, and a great hesitation with the crossover by Emma. Finished with the left hand to increase the lead now to 30.
Minute 20 gone by in the third quarter, and a near steal. There is a jump ball, but it stays possession Lamar. So not this coming Saturday, not next Saturday, but the next Saturday is when things will tighten up again for Jay as they travel to Madden, Mississippi for a yearly now meeting with Leak Academy. And I love the fact they meet in the regular season and not just perhaps they might meet in the postseason, because it's just such a good team to play. Amanda Hatch does such a good job up there with those young ladies. And, you know, Coach Pogue has talked often here lately about building a program. Well, that's something that they did in Leak Academy a long time ago.
Yes.
Built a culture.
That's right.
For girls basketball and boys, too. Of course, former JA Raider coach up there now, and Phil Shepard, who's made himself a name in Madden, Mississippi.
Well, and that's the thing, in prepping for the state championship game against ACCS, which I thought I was right, but Bleak has never played for a state championship in football.
Never. This is the first appearance. There's a nice lay-in by Demi. On a good look by Emily Thompson, her first assist, and Demi's first point of the night. Yeah, they are playing for their very first state championship in football. It's really hard to believe. Got a lot of coaching experience, too, among all the head coaches that are out there. There's a block again by Natalie Thompson. I mean, you're talking about most of the coaches. Now, obviously, Lance is in his first year at Jay, but he's got 21 years of experience. And most of the coaches that we have gone through, we just don't have a lot of the information on the Louisiana coaches, who are, most of those guys are in the 1A and 2A ranks. For the most part, everybody else is 15 to 17 years or more in experience. So
great pass again.
McKenna robbed of an assist there on a foul by Lamar School. And that one's on Erica Smith, her second.
Yeah, great court vision. Of course, once again, just in that 2-3 zone that Lamar's played most all night. Just great diagonal pass across the middle of the zone to the opposite block.
Now Demi, her first free throw attempts. No good. Jay, 10 of 16 now. 63% though, much better than the season average coming in, which was 47%. And a violation by Demi. Here's the other crazy stat. In 6 games, Tommy, Jay has attempted 100, coming into tonight, 100 3-pointers.
Wow.
and they're at 30% right on the number.
That is such a huge portion of today's basketball game.
Yeah. Another steal, this one by McKenna Smith. And the clear out basket, or attempt at least, is put up and in on the putback by Natalie Thompson. You gotta love JA's intensity. Even though they're up big here, they have not slowed things down on the defensive end, because that is where their bread is buttered. And there's Hutcherson still fighting. Boy, you'd love to see that.
Yep. We're 1 point away from putting this thing into overdrive.
Yeah, I was not mentioning it until this possession because I never want to jinx that. But one good look here by anybody will keep that clock moving. Natalie Thompson clears it back out for McKenna's 3 attempt.
Bang.
And there it is. And that'll run the clock. And Natalie Thompson won't get a chance to add to her 4-3 night. In fact, she will finish 4 of 5 from the arc. As Jay now will run the clock until it will expire here at the Raider Dome in this girls matchup. McKenna Smith on the rebound, pushes it up the near sideline. Now runs into a near double team, got bumped to the ground, and a foul drawn on Wyatt Davidson.
Her third,
wholesale change. So not only will this group of girls get to play, but so will the third string as well here in a little bit. Great move by Nene for 2.
Yeah, great job stepping around the defender baseline, avoiding contact, and also stepping out of bounds and finishing for easy 2.
Sarah Pierce-Swift controlling between the rings now against the defense of Ava Cooey. Now a 3 ball in the corner. Is no good, and a rebound foul on JA, I believe. Well, didn't see the number.
Oh, Elena.
Okay. Talia Anderson checks back on for Lamar. And then a steal by JA. And Laney Roberts. Nene gives it up to Coe, who gives back out to Laney Roberts, and around the horn it goes. Back down low again for Nene, and she gets blocked by Hutcherson again. There's a ball thrown out of bounds, a turnover by Schaefer.
4 blocks tonight by Jay. Only has 2 blocks as a team.
Yeah, she's got 4.
Of course, now Hutcherson has all 4 blocks for Lamar.
And speaking of blocks, boy, Bayou, good gracious.
Yeah.
There were a lot of blocks in that game by Bayou. A tough pass there and a turnover by Nene as she threw that one at the shins of Coe. That's a tough place to catch a pass. Coach Sojourner right now, who's all by herself tonight. No assistant coaches. Coach Ronnie Rogers out tonight, and you've got her coaching the group that's about to go in, probably to play the whole 4th quarter here in a little bit, in the third stringers. Rebound by Coe. A lob pass for Nene, a nice catch, and this time she gets a foul. And we'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, speaking of Bayou, Ron, that's a young team that Molly's got this year, and they got a lot of length.
Yeah.
She's got a chance to have a really solid squad before this year's over, and of course, building into next year.
Tommy has introduced me to quite possibly one of the most incredible snacks I've ever eaten. And I've had gummy bears before, folks, but holy cow. They're called Albanese. And it says they're the world's best, and I'm not so sure they're not. It's unbelievable how good these things are. .34 ticks to go. JA up by 40. And then one more quarter to go as well. As Hutcherson skips it across, almost out of bounds, but a nice save there by Schaefer. Down to 15 ticks to go in the quarter. Smith throws it underneath, and Hutcherson couldn't quite hang on to it, but it was knocked out of bounds, I say, by JA. And Lamar's like, hey, wait a minute, it's our ball. So they'll stop the clock just for a second on that kind of miscommunication, let him inbound it here. Nice move by the clock operator. Let him get one more look at the basket here. Catch and shoot. And Nene won't get a shot off to end the quarter. Jackson Academy, a big lead of 40 points here at the Raider Dome.
At Mac Hike, football is in our blood. It's about teamwork, hard work, and dedication. Kind of like selling cars. And Mac Hike, well, we're the best in the game. You won't find lower prices on new trucks anywhere else than at Mac Hike. No matter what brand you pick, you always get up to $14,000 off MSRP on your new Ford, Ram, or Chevrolet. And that's what's called having skin in the game. Visit any of our 5 Mac Hike locations today.
Get that great Mac Hike feeling.
With the My Trustmark mobile app, no matter where you happen to find yourself, there's a world of opportunity. Check your balances from a friend's house. Deposit checks with a smartphone or tablet from the back porch. Or send payments with email or text during a family get-together. Live your life more freely. Make My Trustmark your Trustmark. Get started at trustmark.com.
Welcome back to the Raider Dome. Jackson Academy makes a full change, and we'll bring in Mary Peyton Barnett, Lila Eubank, Avery Brooks, and Lauren Parker, and Jordan Birchler. The Lady Raiders of Lamar will counter with Schaefer, Swift, Smith, Hutcherson, and I believe Talia Anderson. Yep, that is the 5 that will hit the floor for Lamar School for the final quarter of play. So the starting 5 against the reserves of JA. Did not see who they called.
I think Birchler.
It was on Birchler. You're correct. Free throws upcoming here. One rattles out for Miss Schaefer. She just can't seem to buy anything. She's 0 for 6 from the floor and now 0 for 1 from the line. Let's see if this one will go for her. There she goes. Very nicely done. Just keep shooting until you can find that range, young lady. And again, they're without their second leading scorer as well in the form of Sarah Dudley Reed. They actually got 4 triple name girls on there, and they're not from the Delta. There's a jumper by Barnett that won't go. A little strong as the rebound. Oh, a nice job of stepping around a screen there. And the rebound comes all the way out to Anderson. Now right back inside, and an easy lay-in miss there as Parker pulls in the rebound and gets tied up. JA will get back possession as Hutcherson. Love to see her fighting for it. By the way, I meant to tell you, and now that she's on the floor, a heck of a 3-ball by Barnett on Saturday with a little weekend banking. Banking. I loved it. I was calling it from the house. I loved it when it went in. Schaefer off, and in Blake is Blake Hart. Now Jay will bring the ball up the floor. 6:13 and counting as JA is going to move to 7-0 on the young season. Down low for Birchler from Eubank. Now to Barnett. Back to Eubank. Back to Barnett. Hot potato game right now. And Barnett reverses it over to Brooks. Now down low for Birchler. She turns, draws some contact, kicks it back out. And Jay will reset again.
Yeah, great ball movement.
Parker, the high-low game, will go to the right wing instead to Barnett, who gets blocked. Anderson on the rebound of the Smith block. Now tries to get to it and cannot. And another Lamar turnover. Schaefer back in. A little teachable moment there for Blake Hart with her head coach. 5:21 to go in the ball game. Oh boy. Eubank almost traveled with it, and now Brooks on the baseline. Little soft jumper won't go. Good defense by Barnett, using his sideline to cut her off as an extra defender. And another foul. This was on Barnett, they say. Team's third. Each team with 3 here in the second half. Anderson turns, spins to the basket, no good. Got a rebound and goes for the handoff instead of going back up with it to Hutcherson. And now a left wing jumper by Swift, no good. Hutcherson with another rebound. She's got 7 of those now. And a nice job by Parker to secure the rebound for J.A. Eubank pushes it up the far right wing. Now we'll go left wing and a bounce pass to Brooks. Back to Eubank, 4:17 to play in the ball game. Brooks for 3 from the left wing. Just a touch strong. Barnett backside rebound. Has it knocked out of her hands, and it'll be just a dead ball. Rebound over to Lamar.
Of course, one sophomore that's been seeing a lot of time so far this season, Emily Buchanan, Brian. She out tonight took a little shot right in the chin or in the cheek.
Yeah, a little concussion protocol.
Little concussion protocol.
Brooks got a block shot there, and a foul coming here on J.A. And I'm just now noticing that Addie Roberts is out.
Yes.
I missed that one. What happened there?
Just under the weather.
Sad to hear that. Hopefully she'll get better. I saw her dad. Obviously, if I'd known, I would have asked him. But I did know at the time when I saw him before the game that she wasn't going to be here. Second free throw was no good, but a rebound is controlled by, and a nice feed inside it to Leah Anderson.
Great pass.
.2:45 to go in the game. Birchler on the baseline. Throws it into the middle of the floor, picked up by Eubank, give it over to Barnett. Barnett will drive to the right baseline, and she got hacked in the act and will shoot 2. Good things happen when you, nope, not in the shot. Just kidding. Good things happen, though, a lot of times when you drive it to the basket.
That's right.
Cameron Jacob comes in for Erica Smith. Eubank in the corner, no. A little too strong. Pokes the ball out of bounds on defense, and it will remain Lamar school ball. Under 2 to play. And a near steal by Eubank. And another one. Another near steal. Oh, boy. That was close. 1:35 to go in the fourth. Only 3 points have been scored in this quarter, and Birchler going to try to add to it for J.A. here with a steal. It's Brooks. Oh, boy. She got hit hard and pops right back up. Love to see that. Hard-nosed basketball. 4th foul on Schaefer. I still only have her with 3, but it's okay. Somebody else has one that isn't supposed to have one, I guess. Brooks' first free throw, just off target. 1 more to go. Under a minute to play here in the 4th and final quarter. Boys action on the way next. Second free throw by Brooks, much better. Swishes it home. Jay gets their first points of the 4th. Brooks helps out defensively on the baseline jumper by Hart. Rebound in the corner. Goes over to, no correction, stays with Lamar. Might be the last possession here. The ball's knocked out of bounds again, so the Clock keeps on winding. 15 ticks to go. Five seconds to go as spinning toward the basket. Has to throw it back out because of the defense by Barnett, and that turns into a final possession. And Jackson Academy has finished this one off with a 53-15 decision over the Lamar School Lady Raiders. A very good win by Jay here tonight.
Yeah, came out of the gates firing on all cylinders. Natalie Thompson, kind of the story of the night once again. But good win, and now you get a little bit of a break until Monday and Tuesday of next week.
Yep, and that'll be early morning action for the Lady Raiders. So we'll talk with Coach Jan Sojourner at halftime of the boys game. That'll come your way next here on the Raider Network. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back with continuing coverage live here on the Raider Network at raidernetwork.org and also at WTWZradio.com and 102.5 FM as Jackson Academy's Lady Raiders win 53-15.
Bull. Wireless is all bull. The other guys talk about low price plans, but don't tell you got to get 4 lines. Do you have 4 heads? Then you don't need 4 phones. Here's the new C Spire Real Deal plan. Each and every line is 10 gigs, $45 with AutoPay. Yeah, AutoPay could have gone in the fine print, but this is no bull. The real deal. C Spire.
As a division of Ewing and Ray Foundation Services, Poly-Up of Mississippi is in the business of helping customers lift settling driveways, sidewalks, curbs, and gutters. Specializing in both residential and commercial, we are here to help you remove those eyesores, drainage problems, and trip hazards. Our Poly-Up process will repair and lift your concrete sidewalks or driveway to a safe condition for typically half the price of replacement and with no loss of use. Contact us today by visiting our website or giving us a call. We lift concrete with foam.
Every one of us is an inspiration to someone. For it is true, it is not what we take, but what we leave behind. So always remember, someone is looking up to you.
When words alone are not enough, give the gift that shows how much you really care. A diamond from Allbritton's. At Allbritton's, every diamond is inspected by our gemologist for its color, cut, and clarity. So regardless if you choose a round, oval, or cushion-cut stone, you will always get the best diamond value at Allbritton's. Engagements, anniversaries, or just because. Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant since 1920 is Allbritton's, your diamond store.
Allbritton's Jewelers.
With the
We are visionaries. We are healers. We are motivators. We are specialists. We are advocates. We are creators. We are entrepreneurs. We are JA alumni, and we're shaping the future.
Jewelers.
When words alone are not enough, give the gift that shows how much you really care. A diamond from Allbritton's. At Allbritton's, every diamond is inspected by our gemologist for its color, cut, and clarity. So regardless if you choose a round, oval, or cushion-cut stone, you will always get the best diamond value at Allbritton's. Engagements, anniversaries, or just because. Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant since 1920 is Allbritton's, your diamond store.
Allbritton's Jewelers.
We're calling bull on wireless carriers. They talk about great deals, but if you need 1 or 2 lines, look out. AT&T, 1 line, $60. Verizon, $90. That's bull. At C Spire, each and every line is $45. That's the new C Spire Real Deal plan. 10 gigs, $45 per line with autopay. No bull. The real deal. C-Spire.
Dean & Dean Associates Architects. In 2019, the firm proudly celebrated its 70th anniversary with an impressive history of designing award-winning buildings in 31 states across the U.S. Here at home, they are excited about the recent completion of projects such as the Horn Building, Mississippi Premier Plastics, Priority One Bank, Renaissance Phase 2, and they look forward to the soon-to-be-completed Ridgeland City Hall. For leading-edge design and personalized services on your next building project, call Dean & Dean Associates Architects, proud supporters of JA Athletics.
So you've injured your shoulder or your knee? And of course you want the best care and the best doctor available. The doctor on the left treats shoulders and knees and ankles and hands, while the Mississippi sports medicine doctor on the right specializes in one body area and one area only, treating thousands of patients a year. Trust your medical care to one of our true specialists. Mississippi Sports Medicine. We specialize for you.
You want to bring the heat? Prove it. With carbs to help fuel muscles. And electrolytes to help replace what you lose in sweat. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Just 3 seconds left in the game, and the Raiders trail by 5. The ball resting at the 40-yard line as the signal caller sets the line down. And Annie is now checked into the game at wideout. He barks out the signals and now looks Annie's way. She gives him back a nod, and Annie takes off down the sideline. He sees her breaking free from her defender. He sends it all the way down to the end zone. Annie is there. Annie leaps up into the air.
Wake up, Annie. Time for work. Environment Masters. Hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountains, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business.